Minimum aggression, infant aggression. Voluntary order replacing oppression. Strip the illusion, study the premise. Power concentrated inevitably bends us. They warn about warlords if anarchy breeds, while armor patrols roll the streets with ease. So listen close while the logic unfolds. Baby steps out of the system of old. Elementary ethics, rational directives. Wrong to initiate force, the axiom objective. Wrong to steal property, wrong to extort it. Yet government budgets depend on enforcement. They preach prohibition on violence and theft, then fund institutions performing the rest. Taxation, extraction, lethal interactions, calling it justice through semantic distraction. They say chaos follows when hierarchy falls, but armored battalions already patrol. The warlords they warn us about in the speech already exist on the end of the leash. Baby steps out of the backstage cage, rethink the power we normalize for ages. The state shouldn't kill, the state shouldn't steal. Principle simple but politically surreal. Baby steps out of the fear they create. Stop feeding the myth of the violent state. Voluntary order begins when we see authority fading through consistency. Collective permission, civic superstition gave them rights you never had through mass submission. A group can't perform what the individual can't, but crowds grant permission and call it a grant. If I can't take money with threats in the street, neither can 50 wearing socks in the seat. Legislative logic collapsing in sight when ethical symmetry enters the fight. So analyze power with philosophical sight. The premise collapses when reason ignites. If theft is immoral and violence unjust, why sanctify both when authority does? Baby steps out of the backstage cage, rethink the power we normalize for ages. The state shouldn't kill, the state shouldn't steal. Principle simple but politically surreal. Baby steps out of the fear they create. Stop feeding the myth of the violent state. Voluntary order begins when we see authority fading through consistency. Stop calling them first when a problem appears, because escalation's their professional gear, and show up later with paperwork pros, writing reports about damage that grows. Statistical clarity quietly whispers 2% closure for violent offenders, 2% clearance in criminal tension, 98% unresolved intervention. Protection mythology fading away when data replaces the slogans they say. So maybe the model deserves revision. Maybe monopoly power's the prison. Apologizing for every abuse, stop rationalizing the evidence produced to militarize posture, tactical theater, treating the public like enemy features. Flashbang bearing armor persuasion, peacekeeping turned into urban invasion. The warlords they war, that's what rise in the night, already patrol under fluorescent lights. Power without market, discipline fails, accountability fades when conversation derails. Monopolized violence historically proves, and tenders drift dark when the rival improves. Baby steps out of the backstage cage, rethink the power we normalize for ages. The state shouldn't kill, the state shouldn't steal. Principle simple but politically surreal. Baby steps out of the fear they create. Stop being a myth of the violent state. Voluntary order begins when we see authority fading through consistency. Solve your own problems, rerule the design. Mutual protection through voluntary lines. Neighbors cooperating, contracts replacing. Centralized power that thrives on complacent. Security services competing for trust, losing their customers the moment they bust. Transparency rising where markets exist, because failure gets punished instead of dismissed. No sacred immunity, shooting is strong, just reputation to reckon the wrong. So step by step while the logic extends, a free over range rep begins in our hands. No phone, no badge, no violent decree, just peaceful exchange and responsibility. Ethics consistent wherever we tread. Baby steps forward, Leviathan jazz. They warn us of chaos when power would fall. But reason suggests we might not need it at all.